Hey guys, watch this video if you want to learn how to make this custom hype chain using your 3D printer. I started with my image in Canva. I removed the background and added an outline. To do this, you click the image, you hit edit, go to shadows, and then outline. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want it. We're making the pendant backing to our chain into an SVG, so we just want a solid image. You want to go under duotone and switch the highlights color to black to match the outline. And you don't have to do this next part, but here I just cropped it just to give the image a more solid and fuller look at the bottom. Now to save the image, we're going to hit share, download, and make sure you check the transparent background. Next, you want to turn this into an SVG so you can upload it into Bambu Studio. Now, there may be an easier way to do this, but this is just how I did it. You can find any free SVG converter on Google and upload your image to convert it. I always use this site because it gives you different options for outlines and an infill, which can be useful for other 3D projects. To upload your SVG into Bambu Studio, you go under File, Import, then you import your SVG. On Bambu Studio, you can click on your 3D model and use the scale option at the top to change the size and thickness. I did mine about 1/8 of an inch thick and about 7 inches in height. You can play around with size options here. It all depends on the look you're going for. Now we need to add the hole on top of the pendant to add the chain to. Now again, there may be an easier way to do this, but this is just how I did it. I went on tinkercad.com. I added this ring shape, and here I'm just going to export it to put it into Bambu Studio to add it to the pendant. Again, to add something into Bambu Studio, you're going to go to File and then hit Import. You want to use the scale option again to size the ring, and then you can put it on top of the pendant. From here, you want to click Slice Plate, then Print Plate. Mine took about an hour to print, but it all depends on how big your model is. For the picture that's going on top of the pendant, I uploaded my image to Cricut Design Space and sized it to match my 3D pendant size. Before printing, I made sure to turn on Add Bleed so I wouldn't have any white edges showing once it was cut. Then I went into my printer settings and changed the paper type to glossy photo paper. That helps the color really pop on a sticker paper. After printing, I carefully placed the sheet on my Cricut mat and used tape around the edges just to keep it from lifting and shifting while cutting on the Cricut. Once it was secure, I loaded my mat and let the Cricut do its thing. The Cricut cut clean and precise and allowed me to take my sticker image off with ease. I carefully lined up the sticker and pressed it down on a printed base. This is where everything starts to come together. That flat, simple print suddenly turns into a full statement piece. I used my squeegee tool to make sure the sticker was nice and flat. Next up is my secret weapon, UV resin. I always pour mine into a small cup and mix it up, but you don't have to do this. I see some people pour straight from the bottle, but this is just something that I do. You want to make sure you pour an even layer across the top to seal the design and give it that glossy, professional finish. Don't pour too much, a little does go a long way. I like to move the resin around gently with the silicone tool to spread it evenly. I will also use this tool to pop any air bubbles that I see. Also, I would say when using resin, you want to be very careful with it. I would recommend wearing gloves and wearing a mask. I place everything under my UV lamp and let it cure for a few minutes. Once it's cured, it's strong, waterproof, and ready to go. And just like that, the hype chain is done. No laser cutter or special tools, just a 3D printer and a Cricut. If you enjoyed this project, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more printing and crafting content, and comment below what I should make next. Thanks for watching.